nhớ rằng ý chồng nhiều chỉ cái tin anh trà sẽ đài nhớ đây nhớ về cái cho tôi làm thầy lụa cái cho tôi thầy giờ bón đầu bó cái cho tôi thầy sinh kế cùng gạo cho cha cho nhà cho lên cho từ hay của lót tụi giàu tôi còn bê mong lúc công chân chỉ liền đu trong áo xe cởi chua nhớ trò lúc rõ ashkashna đời nào cũng giờ mỹ gia từ tuổi thơ sẽ kế trong đời lúc cộng hợp Hmong Service Center thiết từ tuổi thơ trả lúc công chân nu nọ thiết đầu ta kỳ qua trong đó đó nên cho lên cho từ chẳng có lúc chạy như rộng tôi một cộng bây lúc công chân nọ cho nên lúc la lì chữ gì nên lúc xe luôn chữ tôi một thơ bé khó nọ giờ ý giả trời trắng chỉ mới giả đã chịu bảo tàu của bà thiết chế xe là hai tia thầu lúc nào một là can tu ta kỳ bé chừng âm ba trầu lúc cho liền du bây giờ lúc công chân mua số môn bề ít từ tại tàu béท่านnày cũng va bảo là tàu niên tàu xong ấy lúc nào nữa chỉ nữa cho bé chơi là lò chừng chúa này đó sáng lên sáng dữ bé giờ nữa li bé sạch bé giờ nữa mi tu mi nhọ nữa sáng lên sáng dữ bé giờ chơi nữa chỉ lúc số luôn bề sau công sau mỏng bỏ bùa bé chồng mong sẽ đợi tàu bé chồng mua nó cá nhau rộng kia giải tao sẽ kế bà mang trầu lúc nâng tòng đây giờ này nó cũng phải thiết kế xe thì lúc nào tao ta kỳ bé sẽ đợi một cái là gì ấy qua chơi cho cả chỉ chúa họ lúc cần họ Hmong Service Center qua chơi cho cả board of directors qua chơi cho cả officers qua chơi cho cụ chế nâng qua chơi tao ý trọng điểm gì bé sẵn một lúc xe đã xe rộng nhá lúc xe rộng nó là nhá sáng đạoวันนี้ลูกเชื่อลุงจืดจังว่าเราใช้เป้ยาจีจอเจเขาหน่อยยัยเขาเมื่อเจียนจีชับเลยกูใช้เจแต่ลูกกับเขาเที่ยวลูกกงชิงน่ะกูยังย้อนในตัวเสียตุนจีมือเชี่ยจีอีนู้ตอนเดน่ะยาในเขาว่าจีจะกูเลยอยากเป็นลูกเจ้าจะเก็บป้าละจีวลิจ่ายาในเขาว่าจะเป้ว่าจะกูละกูยังจีจอในเจกูยังป้าตัวใช้ในอียาลีในต่อตัวใช้กูเที่ยวใช้กูlúc gì lúc rõ thế của lúc tổng học thế tan rồi đây sẽ đợi nam không thì qua chân tàu này sẽ đợi tua nếu nào bé giờ tàu đâu tụi này chạy trắng do là một hai lù tàu cá của nó thì thọ này sẽ đợi tua bé nhỏ chưa sinh cha trong nó bé cùi chạy tàu ý tư này trả đá lò qua nữ của tàu tua tàu tròn tàu trơ rồi bé sát tới trời Southeast Asia thì giờ linh non này là một hai lù cho bé thiết giấy tụi năng chạy trắng hẳn ấy cú bà thích cái xe hạt kia lúc nào bây giờ cả tàu càng nhà chạy trắng tại mình thia chỉ ta li nó nữ cú cho tới phong tới cho nó sát để nó thia ấy giờ nên từ họ mua xe sau nữ thia xả bao giờ nữ ra đá nâng tại nữ lú nâng đi thái lú đi thái lú trời bú cho bé cho nâng Asia bú cho sát tới trời nó lò bát thái nữ bà nữ thế này mà ấy qua chân tàu ấy qua xe để nó bé nhỏ kỹ là gì lúc nào chừng chuồn tàu tỏ cá có tính ta chỉ ta li nó tỏ cá bé sẽ là lại lú ta bây giờ ba ít bộ mà cho bây giờ là nhau của chị nó no thế thì nếu mà trên đấy nó bây giờ nè thì tôi chân đầu là nó cũng như mình ya.
Najong, greetings. In commemoration of the Hmong veterans who served our country and have fallen, we grieve together and share strength as we honor the veterans and the families who lost them, as well as those who continue to serve. Since 1984, the Hmong Service Center has been serving as an asset to the Oshkosh community. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time this Memorial Day weekend to recognize and honor the special contribution and sacrifice of Hmong veterans in service to this country. It must be acknowledged, the service by Hmong is unique and they have never received the praise so deserving of honorable and courageous heroes. We are humbled in remembrance. The fabric of community coming together to pay tribute to the fallen, the missing, and the Hmong families who lost them says much of your resilience in overcoming adversity upon settling here. We mourn their absence as their stories remain with us. The reality of military service is knowing the possibility they may not return. To celebrate their memory, we come together and can take action to keep the memories alive through service to other veterans still with us and their families. Make friends with veterans still among us. Listen to their stories. Help them by giving your time as they have given us theirs. Neighbors and community come together to ensure their sacrifices are appreciated and acknowledged. Hmong veteran service was especially courageous. We are the keepers of their memory today and throughout the year. We can best honor the service of past by being welcoming and inclusive as a community now. As Mayor of Oshkosh, I join you in paying mine to their honor. Thank you.
Thái Vu Oyatu, Vice President Down Hmong Wisconsin of Council Oyo Cầu Yin the Ton Jacola Hai Open Lu Do Bay Jonia Ticketing Chatia.
Good morning. Nhớ rong sinh gió. Ổn định là cụ thảo hội cho thành lập phong vật bỏ. Bây giờ bé ý từ thầy cho mong ý từ tu trò nhớ trò hậu trọng bự lo chùa. Thảo ý sẽ cho cuộc rồi cho rồi xong xa cho chi. Nó nó nữ thiết cho nó chữ chống lên đầu tù. Tàu cho bé sẽ được phát chế. Là bên mình nó với inu giọt giọt rồi lại đi, chỉ ta để biết chuyện cho chuyện nhỏ đi, giờ này nào cụ thọ này thì biết được, sử dụng cái mua, li và biết cho sẽ cái hơi giọt rồi biết cho cô nào cô chữ thằng này không có bỏ thì biết cho nó cho chữ cho cô tu trò và tu trò biết được chê, thì cô hãy biết là luôn mình cả nó thì biết mà đi và sợ. Before I proceed to my remark, I wanted to thank you and recognize our General Vang Pao, who is one of the military leader within the Royal Lao Army during the 1960 to 75, and of course led us to this country. Today it's a Memorial Day. It's a day to remember about our leader who passed away and the leader who are, of course, is still here too. So I'd like all of you to stand up and pay a tribute to them. So would you please? Especially the Kmua. We can close our eyes for 30 seconds. Thank you. You may be seated. One day na ku tha hơi cha ประธานมียารองประธานยอคณะบอร์ดยอเอไวเซอร์ระยะเปิดฉลาดยอตัวเขาเป็นลูกของเขามองเซอร์วิสเซ็นเตอร์วันยอตัวเขาลูกรออาชกาชนาอยาวีโมนี่ยอโมลาลีจุยปรับเลยเชื่อจ่อเป็นมองจะเกี่ยววันหนึ่งเป็นจงเนี่ยจิตตินจ่าชุดเดิมนี่ทะเลสีลูกดาลูกรอต่อý xong cho ý xong để nên tao xong là một tổ lúc đồng hồ nào là cho tôi nên nó giờ ý nó chạy chăng còn này sẽ đợi chẳng sĩ lúc là lì chứ gì chỉ đã sĩ cho là trả lúc đồng tranh của nhà cho bây giờ lúc mong National Memorial Day của tôi nó kia và cụ thọ và này sẽ đợi cho các tuần gì mà cụ cho cho mong Lori Pemery bây giờ tụi nhỏ có là hay lu con nó ta thì ít từ cho nó cho ủa nhớ tụi họ lu rõ nó tụi bé trồng mong tàn thọ cho tụi trồng nó mới bị sinh cho đời nhớ tụi họ lu rõ Oscar thì ít chính trả nó lúc nào này chuyện kinh nếu chơi lui nhung tụi bé và trồng tụi bé nó thì mỗi ít lu nhiều lu tụi bé cho đời thao con này cũng cho Captain Neil Hansen bây giờ ít tụi nam bên vàตัวใจเนี่ยของปอทูปอพงปอเดียบพอตัวเป้รู้สึกเป้อวดจอยอดตัวจงอิเซจปวดตัวจจตัวจงแจกจจีเนาะจิตาลินเดอร์เนี่ยตัวนั้นเป็นการรู้เนี่ยของใจเท่าเป้ยอเนาะจื้อต่อเขาลงติ้งตัวหมดตัวเต้เที่ยนู่นน่ะอย่างเขาจงชับเลยว่าเป้เสดอ rồi support của cái họ mong tụi gì sinh rồi một lúc chi phí tuần chi tuần nàyประธานจงเช่หนึ่งตัวจะต้องนู่นเนาะอย่าไปตัวประธานเอาตัวไปร่วมห้องตัวยี่สิบอันนี้จะจงตัวนี้จีเป้าตัวนี้เนาะตัวอยู่ตัวเป้าเราจีเป้าตัวลูกของยี่สิบนะว่าแล้วจีลูกของห้องตัวยี่สิบอย่าไปห้องลูกอย่าไปตัวยี่สิบห้องเสียใจnhauตัวเขาอย่ารู้จุดเตออย่ารู้รอรู้ด่ารู้รออย่ารู้ของเขาพอจะกี่จ่อไปจงห้องเสด็จก็เสด็จmộtกี่สิhọ sinhก็เสด็จว่าของเขาลิมห้อง service center เขาเนาะmộtกี่สิของเตก็เที่ยลานเที่ยหลอกว่าเกินเต้าเกินเตออย่าตื่นตัวว่าลูกของเขาตัวยี่สิบอย่ารู้รอเคลียร์เสด็จให้เดียไปจะกี่ตื่นตัวอย่าคุยอย่าเนาะไปแต่การหลีกใจจะให้กี่ว่าทุ่งว่าก่อเนี่ยนะว่าเก๋ว่าเนี่ยนะว่าได้ว่าควาlà lúc đồng hồ của y sinh giờ làm đó sáng đó chuyện đó tên là tên chữ chiếc kho và biết cho cái lịch chế nó nửa hậu tàu rồi nó chữ mì cả biết lúc tên chữ chia nó giờ lên đó lúc đồng hồ của y sinh vậy lúc chừng tiếng chấp lời nên sẽ đời bây giờ của y sinh mong từ đi bên bông đầu của nó nên sinh nên mà ít tuần để sinh tôi đồng hồ của y sinh thằng nó nói là đó nên tất cả mong đó nên bao nên tuần để sinh cho khó tuần đề sinh giờ tụi yếu là hai cho kỹ gia dành kỹ nào kỹ hậu kỹ sĩ chơi cho hai yêu nào ở chứ cần tao cần đỡ tôi cho tôi chọn xài và bây giờ này mong nó cho hai bọn này cho hai chính này cho hai tôi tuần xài bây giờ siêu ổn định họ nói giờ nè lúc cộng học bây lúc cộng học mong cầu gì sinh nhau với sinh nó bắt thà rong xe va giờ tụi bắt thà nhau tụi họ bây lúc cầu gì sinh bây giờ bây trồng mong say lo với tụi cho nếu nó nếu một chỗ ta cọp nếu tôi chỗ tao nếu cái lịch sử của tôi còn nó và bây giờ từ thơ sở chế như của lúc cộng học của y sinh để của tôi còn nó của cái lịch tôi hay áp lên đủ nên và rồi cho khán giả và lúc cộng công trình lúc nó thì họ tôi trong xe thì và nên là tôi chơi xe tôi nên sẽ đời để bắt hàng trong xe lo lù như lù cung tôi nên lúc nó bây giờ thì đến ngày để tới tôi chỉ cho sư để thoát kia lên nóตัวนี้sẽ đời đâu có nói là đó cú xã hay đi nó hay tiệt và bây giờ tôi cho mong giờ của đã chi giờ tôi cho lên này không phải bỏ lời giờ là của đã chi là mỗi lúc chú gì là gì lắp lời tròn trả là bộ lúc tên lúc chờ cả bây của nền rồng bây tàu nền rồng lên nuôi dạng tại chỉ nó bây giờ tôi cho trẻ cho tôi cho nhau họ cùng họ đi mong service center đi lử lúc cùng họ bây lúc rồi từ bây mỗi lúc cùng họ bây giờ họ lúc service center là bây mỗi lịch cầu xa lúc cùng họ mong bây giờ chiến nào chiến họ ở lại ở cả mua cho lệnh chiến lại cái cả mua cho tôi cho ý dạng của lúc mong service center nó cũng ít lúc cầu mỏ giờ lúc và tụi executive director tụi lúc cùng họ mong họ Wisconsin và lúc cùng họ Wisconsin United College Mutual Association họ đây giờ cũng cho cả bây giờ tụi executive director của họ của họ được cho họ cùng họ mong nhớ tàu lại cross trong ý dạng lúc mong service center nó tàu nên ngọc đó xong để cha xong cho họ lúc cùng họ và mong Wisconsin và cũng nhiều qua hai đối bên nó bây hồi để lúc cùng họ cũng màเขากูให้ตัวนี้เนาะจะกี่นอกกี่ว่าจะกี่ลูกเนี่ยจีตัวที่นี่จ่าช่วยเดินกี่จีจ่อตอนนี้นั่นเทกี่ถ้ายังยอมลองเดี๋ยวไปจ่อกงหงเนาะเนอะไอ้ไม่ได้เดี๋ยวไปมองลูกกงหงตัวอีสิงอย่าลูกกงตรงซึ่งแต่ชิไปจ่อกงหงเสียหัวรอเนาะอย่าจนเทียนนอนเทียหอกคนนี้นู่นเอาตัวไปช่วยเดินไอ้ยันนี่ชิเป้าเราหามูชัวหามูเนี่ยนะว่าเทกี่ป้าหรือยังมูเทกี่เธอไอ้กูให้ลีนาตัวนี้giáo cộng hồ và nhau cho họ lúc cộng hồ vuốt mà tại sao nó một cầu ilu nhau cho bây giờ gì cho rõ hơn nó ở lúc mong service center là ilu như giờ nhau cho họ giá ta lò theo của chuyện hay của bạn hàng mỹ nên là cái cái giá khăn bò đã cao là một gà nhau cho họ chỉ là lý do họ có biết một chữ gì đâu thì biết thế lý do tao biết rồi là mình biết xem một câu hỏi thờ của thầy dân sư sau khi nó của xã của châu rồi cho tu là tu lùa cho và học choวันนี้นะตัวชิตือเดี๋ยวป้อนต่อป้อนไปการเดี๋ยวจะสปอร์ตเดี๋ยวไปลงห้องเดี๋ยวไปที่จิมอีลอลูลอวันนี้นะว่าไอ้ตันทอเดี๋ยวชิบุว่าโจตัวนี้ตัวจ้าเนี่ยจิกตัวนี้จะตันทอตัวตรงเนี่ยนะว่าเดี๋ยวเขาตัวใช้เดี๋ยวตัวหลักตัวหลวงเดี๋ยวลงเชียเดี๋ยวนี้ตัวปัดเชยเป็นลูกของมงเซ็นเตอร์เนาะเดี๋ยวเซอร์วิสเซ็นเตอร์เดี๋ยวเขาก็ว่าจะอยู่โชว์ของตรงของมงตัวนี้ tua cả tàu la tàu lúa cho tàu một sĩ tướng giờ po lò cái này sẽ đờiวันนี้วันเจอtàu liên lúc sẽ xảเจออยู่phongอยู่อยู่chỉ tôiเจอวันนั้นchỉนี่tôiเจอpo lò cảว่านี่วันที่เราเจอcảว่าchỉ lúc xong nào sẽ lúc xongนี่chỉตัวว่าcái này tôi chỉตัวbắt chơiไปรู้ก่อนHmong service center nhớตัวnó họ cơ nó của xã hay đi nóตัวนี้sẽ đời thìว่าbây giờ cho để bây trồng Hmong sẽ đời thấu cho nói cho chữ đi này phongว่าpoเลยtrái tụi nọวันnày nói nàyผ่านแล้วซาอยู่ไปเกิดตาอยู่รอบบนนอกูซากับประธานมีเที่ยก็จะขนานบอดเที่ยยืดจุนเที่ยเก๋เกิดจอตัวอยู่จะนอจะอ้วก็อยู่นอป้ออยู่ตีได้หนูกับตีชาอีอย่างก็เลยไปมองป้อไปเจอเกลิจีเจมองมาถอนอเฉลยเท่าดิชิป้าโตอยู่ชิป้าโตเราหมดเราเชื่ออาจจะเก๋ว่าเม่งเป็นไปที่ว่าเม่งลินุนอเลยช่วยอีจอเต้เม่งว่ากูให้เดียไปเจอเธอจอไปยืดจุดโตเจอเต้เม่งเดี๋ยวเต้เม่งเดียเต้เม่งได้จีนี่นู่นเนี่ยนาลิกุนรานี่ฐานเนาะเต้เม่งคอเชียคอนจูเต้เม่งตัวเต้เราเต้รัวมูได้ตัวเต้เม่งตัวเขากินอาก้าหูเขาได้เขาเจอนนเตาจีเขาได้เขาเจอโจดฉอกโจดบลัวเป็นห้องอย่างหนึ่งโจดจีว่าบลัวว่าเขาเจอเขาเนาะชามีการเลยห้อยไปจุด10%จังชัดเป็นห้องโมเกวันนี้นะวันชาเชียชาไก่จีวันเราเป็นมัวสโตรกมัวเปลือกมัวจบtên nào bây giờ tí bịa xì nhất là bên mông mà cú xa cả biết cho tôi cho tôi nung nọ nữa can du tay kỳ bay là chắc kỹ cần tới kỹ xong thì biết tiếp tàu là để xin cho chỗ cho kỹ trở gì của hai ni nó để bắt ham mía hai đôi cái khăn à thế chắc kỹ là tí thái chắc kỹ trở nhìn và bên mông qua lúc của mùa từ giờ này giờ chỉ giờ tụi tranh tụi dê cho nên giờ ít cho tên mình rồi biết chúng ta tỏ mua tại chỉ nó cú giờ ít lúc chi phí trongปัญหาสงสัยนึกตอบของเราวันนี้ตัวผู้ลงผู้หายตัวหนึ่งที่หายตัวนี้ที่สี่ที่เป็นหมุนหน้าหมุนเขาหมุนเต็มมองในตัวท้อเป็นเคลียร์ตัวเป็นยอมมองจอเต้เหม่งว่าตัวเป็นหมดเกี่ยวกับตัวว่ากี่ปลอดตัวนี่คุณอยู่ก็หายสนอเอกเป็นเจ๋งป้าเที่ยเจ็ดเท่าเขาเลยเจว่าเป็นวันนั้นจีเป็นจีหมดที่อยู่เช่นนั้นจีรอหลุดเนี่ยรอกูฟาดตัวนี้ต้านรอจะให้เจ้าหนอวันนี้นะว่าเจ้าหนอรอเจ้าหนอว่าวันนี้นะว่าที่ได้เกี่ยวเราหมดตัวจ่อเขารอหมดตัวเขาเซ็งกูรู้นู่นน่ะตัวมอลินาซื้อวันนี้นะว่าจ่อตัวประธานมีที่ก็จะขนาดว่าจึงเจอมองตัวอีเซ็งตัวนู่นน่ะเลยถ้าฝั่งตรงฝั่งมองตัวก็ที่กับขนาดหมดตัวจะจบแล้วไม่เป็นเซ็งชุดไหนเนี่ยเขาอาชการเรากับชุดไหนหมดกี่ชิลูชิเธอก็ว่ากูเธอกูก็เธอเจบริณาเจเป็นทะเลว่าหมดรุ่นหนึ่งตรงว่าโจนี่หมดรุ่นว่าที่ปีตัวเป็นตรงเขามองตัวอีเซ็งตัวนู่นน่ะว่าเนี่ยตรงนี้ชุดไหนนะว่าจนต่อ
Please give a warm welcome to Captain Hansen, please.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry you didn't have to read that whole thing. My name is Neil Hansen, and I live here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I have spent more than 40 years in aviation. Actually, it's close to 66. But I'm getting older than dirt, and I'm still alive and vertical. To be here at the Hmong National event is really an honor. I've been to one before up in La Crosse, Wisconsin, when General Vang Pao was there. And General Vang Pao and I exchanged greetings, and he gave me a token of his esteem with a medal. But going back to 1964, when I left the United States, it was not a great cultural shock for me to go to the Far East. I grew up in northern Michigan where we didn't have electricity, running water, and inside toilets. So the Southeast Asia was not a big shock to me whatsoever. I really enjoyed flying there because the flying we did was meaningful. We were helping a people that were struggling against terrible odds. In South Vietnam, I went and flew there, and as they mentioned, I advanced to assistant manager of flying for Vietnam. In 1969, I moved to Laos. And there I encountered the Hmong people. The Hmong people were very courageous, and they were fighting against two North Vietnamese divisions. They kept them at bay, which was a miracle. But they were defending their homeland. The central highlands of Laos was their natural home, and they did not want to give it up. Resupplying them in large aircraft was a ballet in the air. We would come over the site and drop munitions, sometimes food. And it was warmly received on the bottom end. But dropping in Laos, which was 99% of our job, was due to the fact that the enemy was either too close to the airstrip so you couldn't land, or the site was small and you had to airdrop into it. Much of this was done at the northern part of the country, and some down in the southern part, in Pak Se and the Plateau de Boulevans down there. Towards the end, we lost over 50% of our 123s due to enemy fire. I was lucky and got the only crew out that ever happened uninjured. This occurred down outside of Pak Se in the Plateau de Boulevans, a high mesa, much like you see out west, much like this stage. And the fire bases up there were used to harass the Ho Chi Minh Trail that was bringing munitions into South Vietnam. This was a scary operation because the enemy was so close. And a lot of people don't realize the 30,000 or more Hmong that died in this war was something that Americans should honor every year. Because if it wouldn't have been for them, there would have been 50,000 more Americans killed in the war. And they stopped the North Vietnamese in their tracks for a long time in getting supplies down. Thank you. The Hmong in these fire bases were getting chewed up pretty badly. And our helicopters would go in and resupply with food and sometimes munitions. Now, as a big airplane, we could bring them a lot of good stuff. The day that I got into trouble, I airdropped at one site, no problem. And the next site was only about 15 miles away. So I stayed low, kept the back end of the airplane open so we could drop on the first pass, and went over to the second site. As I got there, the Hmong customer on the ground called out, "Big bird, get out of here. AAA, AAA." Of course, you tend to believe people when they say that, and you pour the power to it and leave. I did not see anything, but I asked my loadmasters in the back, two ties, "Did you see anything?" And they said, "Yes, red balls went by the tail." Well, red balls are a pretty big weapon. 50 caliber is green tracer, bad guy's head. 23 millimeter is very rapid fire and it's white hot. Red balls were 37 millimeter or bigger, and they were explosive rounds. Well, went back to Pak Se, and the CIA customer there, tall man, he said, "Well, we'll send somebody out and sweep the area, because there's no big guns reported in there." I said, "Well, there is now." He tended to believe me. So after they claimed they swept the area, I went back. But I'd asked for fighter cover above me, and also helicopters to stand by in case I did have a problem. And as I come up on the site, they nailed me. And I lost aileron control. That's the things that make the wings go like this. And it started to roll into the jungle. The only way to stop it was by pulling the power off one side, and it leveled out, and we began climbing out of there. One of the helicopters said, "You're streaming fluid." Well, there was a 700-gallon fuel tank on the right side behind the engine, and it had big holes in it. And I was losing fuel at an alarming rate. Luckily, it didn't catch fire. As I staggered out of there, I told the crew, well, there's no way we can get back to Pak Se with the fuel that'll be remaining. We're going to jump out of this airplane with parachutes over an old Japanese airstrip that's up there in the Plateau de Bouillabons from World War II. And as we overheaded that, I told the crew to get in the back, and I stayed up front. And the co-pilot, he was a problem. He didn't want to jump. He'd never jumped before. And I can understand his reluctance. He was scared. And finally got him back there and in the door, and he wanted to see somebody jump first. Okay, that's fair enough. So one of the loadmasters, Booma, he jumped, and as he leaned out to see if his parachute opened, my other kicker, Sampap, who now lives in Bangkok, shoved him out. And that gave me the opportunity to exit too. But I had to make another pass, turn it around, lock the controls, go down the ladder and run the full length of the cabin and go out the side door. Well, it was sad to see the airplane go. You get attached to these machines, and you almost think they're like a living being. As they carry you around, they do what you want it to do, and more. And I watched it die. I hit in some low scrub, and another helicopter came over to pick me up. But I was in a little clearing with trees around it, and he was going to try to land. Well, it was too small. So his tail rotor hit the trees and showered me with branches, and eventually picked me up with a sling, a horse collar, and got me out of there. But I went down once more in a helicopter on the way back after that. It was a bad day overall, and anyone that's gone through a situation like that, you can't drink enough. There's not enough booze in the bar. But that was towards the end. And we were involved in evacuations. The Hmong from Site 108 up near the Plain de Jars, we evacuated them down to alternate, Long Chin. And from there, we finally evacuated them down to a site alongside the river feeding into the new dam site. These evacuations are heartbreakers. The people are trying to carry all of their things with them. They are scared, rightly so, and we tried to take as many as humanly possible. Normally, you can carry 60 people in the C-123, but in one of my runs out of Longchin, out of alternate, I had 154 on board. I had them throw the seats out and put straps across the floor and just load them in, everybody hang onto a strap, they had no seats, and take off. But that was better than the future they were going to have if they would have stayed. The Hmong people were such gallant fighters, and it was heartbreaking to see this happen. But eventually it did. They pulled us all out and left them alone in Laos without any support. When Air America pulled out in 1973, I went down to New Zealand for a short period of time. And the urge to get back hit me, and I found out I could go fly in Cambodia. Well, I did. Cambodia was a nightmare. The airplanes were junk, and the conditions were horrible. And none of the roads were open. That's why we used airplanes. And the trucking companies used our airplanes to carry their goods around in the country. At the end, I could see that it was time to go. I was over in a site by the Thai border, Battambang, and the Cambodian officer came up to me and he said, "You know, all Americans go home." And I said, "What do you mean?" "I'm American, I'm here." And he said, "Helicopters come in and took American embassy out and took all our generals out and left them alone with no support, no general officers." The next day, I contacted that friend of mine that had brought me up to Cambodia and told him that, hey, if you want, you come down to Kampong Sam, and in the morning, I'm going to pack up and go to Bangkok. And he said, "Yeah, that's a good idea, but my wife is in Phnom Penh." I said, "Okay, I'll wait until noon. Noon, I'm gone." He said, "Fair enough." The next day, got up to the airport. And the clock was ticking down. I had a loadmaster, a co-pilot, and there was a station manager there that would control the passengers and cargo. And at about 11:30, I could see it was time to start getting ready to go. Still no friend of mine coming in with his airplane. And the low hills to the north, there was a road coming between a gap there. No dust coming up from them, from any enemy troops coming south. And I went up to the station manager in Cambodia and told him, "I'm going to Bangkok. You come with me." And he stood for a moment and said, "No, Captain." And the low hills to the north, there was a road coming between a gap there. No dust coming up from them, from any enemy troops coming south. And I went up to the station manager in Cambodia and told him, "I'm going to Bangkok. You come with me." And he stood for a moment and said, "No, Captain. My family is in Phnom Penh." Well, I could see his argument that I didn't think it'd go well for him alone there. Started the engines at 12 o'clock, and I think he must have saw this in a movie somewhere. When you start taxiing out, he salutes. He did then, too. And there were tear tracks down his cheeks. Wheeled out into the runway and poured the power to it. She came off Cambodian soil for the last time. When I got to Bangkok, I faked my way through customs and immigration because I didn't even have a passport. It was still in Phnom Penh. Ran into one of the bars there in Bangkok, and Prince Panya from the royal family in Laos was there. And he asked me would I be willing to come back up to Laos and be chief pilot for him in the rice drop program. And I said, sure. And I did, and got up there, and the Pathe Lao had pretty well taken over. except for this program. After about 2 or 3 weeks, they started putting a Pathe Lao soldier in the cockpit with me, with a pistol on his hip and a red star on his cap. And I knew it was going to be very short-lived before they'd be guarding me and not letting me leave the country. So I did. I escaped across the Mekong River. 2 days later, Prince Panya from the royal family swam across the river in his underwear. And he came to the United States, by the way, and down to Bangkok. Bangkok, I had a ticket as far as Anchorage, Alaska. That's all the money I had left. And as she flew across the North Pacific, behind me was the life and people I loved. It was a very sad time. I bounced around from place to place, flying for various companies. And now that I've gotten so old that nobody wants to hire me anymore, I started speaking and went to numerous places doing this. One of the most recent was about 3 years ago down in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at the Elks Club there. I was speaker there. And it was for a Hmong group. Vu Yang from Sheboygan was there. And in America, there's the wall in Washington with all the names on it. We lost 240 people in combat in Laos and Vietnam. And none of them are on the wall. The only public memorial is in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Vu Yang put the names of all of those that died of us, Air American and Continental, on their wall for public viewing on the shores of Lake Michigan. Since then, I've been heavily involved with him in various projects, and we've even done a stage play down there. But my life is back, and I am now home due to the Hmong people. Thank you.